On this episode, I'm going to do a shout out to April Wilkerson. April, I just love the way you organize stuff and the way you go about things, and you just set about your business, and when you get through, you improve anything you put your hand to. Shout out to April. Today I'm going to somewhat show you how I went about building this splay leg table to roll my planer out on the porch. I wound up making tables for all of my power tools, the sander. I started out with this one being 6 degrees, but then I changed my mind and everything else was 5 degrees. This was the heaviest, and I felt like it needed the most support, but the others are rather light. And got a joiner and a sander that are smaller, and I made the same for them. Now this video is one of those early ones that I took where I didn't really take enough footage to show you. I'm not trying to show you how I built it. I'm just showing you that that's part of my journey, and this is where I got to. So anyway, here's what I've got from back then. I'll try to explain what I did. Okay, what I'm doing is making a stand for my planer, because as I get older it gets harder and harder to lift that thing every time I want to do a project. So I figured if I put it on a stand and put wheels on it, I can just roll it out of my shop and onto my little porch, keep the dust outside, and all will be well. Now to do that, I wanted to create a profile with splayed legs, and I used 6 degrees as the amount. Now I went to my chop saw, which fortunately can cut a compound angle, and I set my top part to 6 degrees, and I also set it 6 degrees on the chop, or however you say that. Now it turns out that when you run that into your chop saw and do your chop, you just simply bring it down and do it again, and that creates a parallel plane on the other end, such that once you get it standing up, not only will it hold, the leg will be splayed, but it will hold your top flat, and it will adjust and sit flat on the bottom with those. And it also turns out that you don't have to have a right and left pair. You simply, in this configuration, it'll fit the front and then the back other side. Then you have to just simply flip it over. It'll fit this one and this one. So you don't even have to worry about a right and left pair. Just cut 4 legs with parallel planes. Alright, then we've got to have our support there, and of course here again 6 degrees. Everything matches up. Then we put a stretcher down in the bottom. Now, what I'll do, put a biscuit, and then I have a Craig jig, and in order to keep that tight while the glue is drying, I'll put 1 screw to the front and 2 screws to the back. When I'm trying to make something sturdy with a Craig jig, I always put 1 on each side. That way it kind of holds it kind of tight. Okay, so much for this part of it. Note that when I use this Craig and I want it to be real sturdy for something like a stand like this, I put 1 pocket on one side and 2 pockets on the other side. That holds it stable. Now you take your legs where you've marked your spots. Well, this is the result This is the result of my splay leg tables that I made for all of my power tools. I started out building the first one at 6 degrees, but then in the middle I changed my mind and realized that was going to take up too much room in my shop, so I changed it to 5 degrees for the others. So in the video you heard me refer to 6 degrees, and I was working on this one, and then you heard me refer to 5, and I think that was my sander. But anyway, that was one of those early videos where I didn't shoot much footage. I was just trying to get things finished so I could roll stuff out here. It's in the earliest days of my shop. But anyway, this is the way it all turned out. I've got wheels on it. Rolls rather nicely. This is the heaviest tool I got, and it's easy. I made me a little ramp to go into my shop. Keeps the dust out here, and boy does it make a lot of dust. But anyway, I just thought I would show you the result of the splay leg table experiment.
Thanks for watching.